What happens when the guest is the host and the host is the guest? They pick all the topics, I just talk about it. You got 10 minutes.
Turn it up.
Okay. Start the timer. Now.
This is 10 Minutes with Miranda and Isaiah. Let's get rolling. So I guess I want to start talking about Chase, because like I don't know if you ever read these like terms of service contract things.
Oh, Chase Bank. Okay,
Yeah,
I was like
Chase
Chase. I was like,
yeah, you know that person that we randomly
oh my
both
God.
know.
What is
Yeah,
this for?
so like you get these in the mail, right? They come and they look like this and whatever. And it's like all this text, and it's mostly just interest rates and boring ho-hum. And then you get down to the bottom, and they're saying, basically, they're taking away your right to a fair trial. They're forcing you to go to arbitration automatically. Like, so you remember, like, with Wells Fargo? You remember hearing, like, a long time ago, like 2017 or something like that, 2016, where they were
you said a long time ago.
Well,
No, I get what you're saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm being
in this media, in the social media world.
Yeah, I know. It was like yesterday.
I
It's
don't
a
know
long
how
time
you
ago.
feel since 2016 happened,
Yeah.
but I feel like a decade has passed.
I have grown
a
so
lot
much
has
since
freaking
then.
happened. So, long time ago. So, Wells Fargo did this really shitty thing where they were creating accounts for their current customers, and their current customers had no idea they were creating these mysterious accounts for them in their name using their social security number and
So you can't sue
ruining
them for
their. Well, Wells Fargo did get sued, and they people banded together and launched a class action lawsuit, and they won like $142 million. But you couldn't do that if Chase Bank did that to you.
So who picks the I guess the mediator or the arbiter?
Well, they say in here that it's going to be like this association of mediators or something.
AKA somebody that works for them.
Somebody on the payroll. You know that's how this is going to go. Somebody who's getting a kickback from the bankers.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna
You
be
know?
somebody that, cause like that just sounds sketchy. Like you can't sue us
No,
if we do like all
you
this
can't.
fraudulent stuff.
You're forced to go to mediation. So that basically means you sit down at a table with Chase and their lawyers, and hopefully you also have a lawyer, and the mediator, and you present your case, and the mediator decides. And the reviews for like, if you want to appeal their decision, like you're like, hold up, I didn't get like a fair shake here.
And it's already bad enough, even if you take them to court, they will outlast you just because they have more money, and they will just sit. I mean, that's like the they can appeal and appeal and appeal and appeal and appeal, and you can't afford to keep doing it.
But when you go with this arbitration clause, it's a very limited amount of appeals. Like if you go with the way of like a normal jury trial, you're right. You can't continue to
So that's why they're doing
appeal.
it too.
Yeah, but the problem is like you're not going to be able to do that. Like you know how all right, like what you said, Chase Bank can outlast you because they've got mountains of money and rooms of lawyers.
Literally mountains of money.
Yeah, you can't afford to fight that. But what you can do is you can band together with all the people
class
who are
action.
in a similar situation. And a lot of lawyers, a lot of law firms will decide to defer their payments for the end of the case because they already know,
they're gonna
class
get taken.
action lawsuits. Oh, all these people? You mean these hundreds of people all have the same problem? Oh, gee, I wonder if there's an actual problem here. I wonder if we'll win. Of course we're going to win. And then I'll collect my fee then.
Of course, yeah. I mean, but that's kind of screwed. I need to check my, I got Capital One, so I need to check mine and make sure, there's no funny business. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. They probably got like a that's like the form that they all use.
Well, the thing is, you can reject this.
So what can you do to?
You send a letter to this random P.O. box that's hidden way down in the
I'm mad
text here
because
at
it
the
is
back.
actually on the last page
It's
on the
last-
bottom. That's crazy.
in the back.
Nobody's reading all that.
And then, like, if you decided to just send your written state of like rejection to the address that's listed on the front of this letter, that would be the wrong P.O. box number.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. That would be
They got
the
like
wrong
they have
P.O. box
ghost
number.
P.O. box numbers.
They have no. That is the one that you received this letter from, but that is not the one that you send your letter to.
So
yeah, and they say directly that like if
Sneaky.
you send if you send your letter of rejection to any other address except for this P.O. box number that's listed here in the text, it will not count. And you can't call and say, hey guys, I don't want to do this, because that doesn't count either. You can't send an email, because that doesn't count either. You had to send You had to send your rejection to.
It's not even in the same spot.
No, it's not.
It's just like you gotta find the PO box number.
It's a search mission. Yeah.
Oh, this is sneaky.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that some of the practices that banks do they're not exactly the best, but this is clearly like.
Yeah, you have to send your rejection to P.O. Box 15298,
and it's
Wilmington,
like an insignificant part of the paper. So
it's literally this one single solitary line of text here out of this mountains of text.
I have not read I get the statements and stuff like that. I don't read them.
Yeah, who does?
I'm probably
it's small print.
I would probably sign away a whole bunch of stuff and not even knowing it. But I need to check mine out.
I'm sure I have too, but for whatever reason,
I
took
own my
this
next
to
3
go
children
reading.
or something like that. So
God. Goodbye, college tuition fund.
I know, right? Like everything, just sign it away. No, but that's crazy though. I didn't even know that.
But if you wanted to reject this BS, you could. You just have to send the letter with your account numbers to that P.O. box number.
Yeah, but that's kind of. I'm gonna be real with you though. Like that's a little sketchy though. Sending my account numbers and.
Yeah.
I feel like they play off of people not being ignorant to it, because that's what it is. It's ignorant. I didn't know any of that stuff. I don't pay attention.
Because you're giving your consent if you do nothing.
Nothing, exactly.
And after they bore you to tears with a full page of small print about interest rates and loans,
then it's like, okay, that's.
Then it's like, by the way, we're cutting your judicial rights
P.O.
here.
Box 007 or something like that, and nobody would ever know.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, 15298. I think.
What?
Yeah. Oh, the P.O. box
The
number.
P.O. box numbers?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, don't tell your account numbers. People
No, that's their P.O. box number. I want letters to be sent to 15298.
All right, I'm sorry. That was a good topic. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
So Game of Thrones, right?
Oh God.
I hated the ending. Everybody hated the ending. Everyone.
I
did.
too hated the ending.
Yes, because you were so knowledgeable about Game of Thrones.
No, I've actually watched 4 or 5 episodes.
Just couldn't get into it. Was it the violence? Was it the incest?
I'll tell you what got me. I'll tell you the part I liked that made me watch again. When I think it was Jason Momoa. When the dude was like, I guess the troublemaker. He was like, "You want a crown? I'll give you a crown."
Yeah,
and
king
he
for a
pours
crown.
molten gold on his head, and he goes dung, and he just falls with it. Like that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But what threw me off was on the first episode, and I hope I'm not spoiling for nobody, but it's your fault if you haven't seen it. This little kid climbs up. The castle?
Yeah.
And finds a brother and sister doing it.
Yep.
And that turned me off. And then it was worse. When they discovered the kid, he just pushed his ass off. He pushed him out the window.
First episode.
I was like, who does that? Yeah. That kind of got me. And then there are some uncomfortable moments because there's a lot of forced sex that happens, and that kind of throws me off. Yeah. And I don't know. It's good though. I did like an episode in the last season. They were getting ready for the army to come.
Yeah. The gold. Which side are you talking about? Cersei and her Golden Company? Or are you talking about Daenerys and the North? What are you talking about?
Oh, I like her. That's the dragon girl, right?
Yes, that's.
I like her.
Girl.
She has dragons. How do you not like that? They were all in the castle and they were waiting for this army of the dead. I think is it Army of the Dead or skeleton people?
Yeah. Army of the Dead.
I'm so technical with it, but the Army of the Dead, and they were waiting for them to come, and that was actually a pretty decent episode. Yeah. Except there was there was an uncomfortable scene in there too, but. And I like
What?
Peter Dinklage too because he killed his dad though. I watched that episode.
Yeah, I have always been your son.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, but I kind of like Peter Dinklage though. I like him.
I loved his delivery of his lines. He's just such a good actor.
No, he is. He's really good.
Amazing.
I mean, I think a lot of them are. I was trying to work on my British RP because I was like, maybe I could be one of the Unsullied. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the Unsullied.
I could be the Unsullied if the casting director's watching. I could be Unsullied. Anyway.
I concur. Even though it's done filming.
You could be an Unsullied. Can you be Unsullied? Or is that just the guys?
Yeah, they're just guys.
I need to watch more episodes so I know what I'm talking about.